Hey, yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Shami15 here, coming at you with my draft analysis for the GTL. Now, first of all, you guys may be wondering, Shami, what is the GTL? Now, first of all, if you guys are wondering what the GTL is, then you're missing out. You missed out on a league, a great league that ran for season one. Pretty much the GTL. Oh my goodness. Where do I even begin to explain the GTL, to be honest? Now, first of all, I guess I should start by explaining that it is another Pokemon Draft League. Oh, big surprise, right? That's pretty much everything I've been uploading to my channel. But it's not your conventional Draft League. It was never like that in Season 1. And I don't think that it would be like that and it's definitely not like that in Season 2 as well, as I will pretty much explain some of the rules real quick here. Now, it starts off as your pretty much conventional draft league. You pretty much battle people over the course of every week, bar maybe, for example, you may give some off weeks in if people have some difficulties. But yes, you pretty much start off with that. Some things to note is that the tiers that I use are pretty much standard Smogon tiers. Post, or I shouldn't say post, I should say pre Mega Metagross ban, so you guys know what that means. But that's kind of just sad. Yeah. So that basically means that we'll be seeing a lot of mons that you don't. We'll be seeing a lot of mons that you don't necessarily see a lot in other draft leagues. But going through some of the other teams. First of all, Mega Evolution is not required on the first turn, which is great, which it would help me use another mon that we'll get into later. I'll get into my team not in a while. Now, in the background, that what you guys will be seeing, not in the background necessarily, but I guess like right into the, let's say, right hand corner, left bottom, I don't know, wherever I decided to put it, we'll pretty much have us drawing, or we'll have me drawing my my team logo for our team, our new team, because this is the Green Tea League, which is a pretty, that's what the GTL stands for, by the way, Green Tea League. Pretty interesting name choice for a league. Pretty much, they based the league on making a bunch of tea puns. So your team has to revolve around a tea pun, right? Which is why I couldn't use Brooklyn Braviaries, because I can't really make a tea pun with that, right? Brook Tea, Brave Tea. No, that's disgusting. I wouldn't dare to file my my team name like that, right? So, for this season 2 of the GTL, we are the Victoria Victinis. So that's why you see me drawing a Victini in the background. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So as I said, what makes this really messed up, what makes this league messed up, is the fact that after every match, you have to trade a Pokemon. You have to force, like, the winner force trades one of their Pokemon with one of their opponent's Pokemon. So if you win a match, and say for example your opponent has something like Braviary on their team, and you decide, oh, you know what, I don't want this Magikarp, you could trade that Magikarp for their Braviary. Now, unfortunately, what I ended up discovering recently is that those trades have to happen. So if I decide, okay, I want to keep my Braviary, for example, I can't do that. I have to decide each week to trade a Mon with another member's Mon, if that makes any sense. Which I'm not sure if I'm a fan of, because sometimes, your team, you don't really want anything else. But there are a lot of Mons, there are a lot of good Mons. But nonetheless, some interesting is that following the T-Pun theme, every Mon on my team has to be named after it, or has to have T in it. Which, anyways, there are also some very interesting handicaps. Every match, one Pokemon per team must either hold mail, have 3 moves, or have no IVs on top of the Uber rule. And we'll get into the Uber rule in a minute. Yes, you guys heard me. Uber rule. We'll get into that in a minute. Duplicate items are banned. And Uber Pokemon must have 2 handicaps chosen from the handicap rule options. Yeah. So, you guys heard us. Uber Pokemon are allowed. Oh yeah, one most rule we'll get into is that Pokemon must be legitimate according to the present availability of moves, abilities, hidden abilities, etc. So we can't use. Pretty much what that means is that we can't use megas that haven't came out yet. Um, as according to the draft, the current date as I'm recording this is May 18th, 2017. So all the mons that have not been released. Okay, Bar Heracross and Mega Houndoom, which just got released right after we finished the draft, as did Metagross get banned just before we finished the draft. When did Metagross get banned? Shit, I X'd out the stupid thing that was here. Nonetheless, if you guys care enough to do some standard research when Metagross was banned from the OU tier, I don't know exactly, but you guys heard an Uber rule, right? Yes, that's right. There is an Uber rule. That simply means that Uber Pokemon are allowed in this tier. Yes, you guys heard me. Uber Pokemon. Now, the Uber rule pretty much states, I don't see it on the doc here, but I'll explain it to you pretty much. That is that once you draft an Uber Pokemon, which every team gets one Uber Pokemon, those mons cannot hold items, right? They cannot hold items unless there are under some specific circumstances, but we'll get into that in a minute. Some specific other circumstances. So they can't hold items. As for Arceus, you can only use the normal Arceus form, right? Even though you could give Arceus an item and change it into bug type. No, Arceus can only be normal, right? Blazic, so because Uber Pokemon can't hold items, under normal circumstances, all megas are banned. All Uber megas are banned. So that means Gengar, Kangaskhan, the truck in the background that's currently disturbing this recording. Yes, all of those mons are currently banned from the Uber tier, including the damn fucking truck. God damn it. Right. All those mons are banned. So that pretty much means that, well, yeah. So in order for a Uber Pokemon to hold an item, they have to abide by one of the handicap rules. So for example, if I decide that I want to run my Aegislash, right, with leftovers, I have to decide, okay, this Aegislash is not running any IVs, my bad, and it cannot run a fourth move. So that means I have to run Aegislash with like, ooh, look at this, oh, cash, ooh. Anyway, this is pretty much my Aegislash right here that I have to run, just so that it could put leftovers, right? So it's pretty dumb in my opinion, but hey, that pretty much allows each team to use one Uber. Yeah, I think I pretty much explained most of the stuff. I haven't even gotten to my team yet, and it's been 8 minutes. Good God, we have a ways to go, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not sure if I should show the draft. We got a lot of interesting teams. I'm not sure if I can include the doc in the description. I'll ask Mia if I can. If I can't, then I will not. But we got some really interesting teams. We got the Minnesota Minions. Oh my god. Minnesota Minions coached by your boy Aaron. We got Heat Bloods by Night Spear. Winty Rebounds by Darth Droid. We got Legna K and his Steel City Salamence, Houston Tina Mo by Shuckax. Returning champion, you got your Victoria Victinis, yours truly, Blasty Blazikins, and one other team that I cannot see at the moment. But yeah, we got some, I think I'll explain, because most likely all these teams hopefully will be uploading their draft analysis. But we got mons drafted. Also, another thing I should note is that you can't really free agent. You can only trade in between teams. So that's one good thing. But we got Pheromosa. We got motherfucking Xerneas. We got Arceus. We got Groudon, but do not worry, it's not Primal Groudon. That's another thing of the Uber rules. You can't run Primal. You can't run any Primals. So Legna just only has Groudon. We got Dialga. We got Lugia. And I think your boy drafted Zygarde complete. No, wait, Zygarde's banned. Okay, great. Semia at least was not that crazy to decide, oh my god, well, let's allow that monster to say, oh, holy shit, no, that would be just too strong. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is pretty much the squad. These are your Victoria Victinis right here. For my Uber pick, I decided to pick Genesect. Um, you may think it's a pretty underwhelming pick compared to some of the stuff in the Uber tier I was considering. No, no, please note that stuff like Arceus and Xerneas was drafted way before Genesect. I got the chance to take something, so right, those were already off the table. Because if Arceus was on the table, I was taking that boy 100%. I kind of wanted to take Yveltal as well, because I figured that Yveltal could also be very bulky and offensive at the same time. And you guys know how I like my bulk and my offense. But at the end of the day, I ended up coming down to Genesect purely because of the fact that it's amazing typing, that amazing Scizor typing that you guys know I love well. Bug Steel typing, amazing typing. Downloadability, instant boosts upon switching. And just the sheer level of just versatility. I mean, look at all these. We got fire, priority. I can't even go into how much we have really with these mons. On top of already having stab, we hitting people both on the physical and special spectrum with your boy Genesect. We got bolt beam coverage with flamethrower, with energy ball, with stab, flash cannon, and bug buzz, with stab, with not stab, but with dark pulse. Just the fact that this thing just has so much coverage, in my opinion, as well as Technoblast. Now, you guys may not know much about Technoblast. What am I talking about? Of course, you guys know about Technoblast, but the reason I also decided that was because of the many. I'll still have to ask if Genesect is allowed. But the fact that you can still get water with this thing as well, because you already have Thunderbolt, you already have Ice Beam, you already have like Flamethrower. So these, unless you want more power, using Technoblast with these drives, there's no purpose for it. But in my opinion, just the fact that you could get water stab with this thing, just the coverage, man. I don't know what else to say really, because yeah, he doesn't get any other water moves. So Technoblast with the Douse Drive would be the only thing that Genesect could get that would hit on the water type spectrum. But I pretty much explained my pick here. Genesect, to me, it just stood out because of the amazing coverage it just had with all the moves hitting both on the physical and the special spectrum, with a decent speed stat as well. It's not exactly there. It's not exactly 100 speed, but as well as priority, as well as so many good. Well, I'm not quite sure about that. We got shift gear. Okay, that's. Oh, wait a minute. We have shift gear. Thunder Wave too. Ooh, toxic. Should I run shift gear? As I'm recording this, I'm actually prepping for another match I have. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, it doesn't really add anything. Okay. So next up we got Garchomp. Pretty much because Genesect, despite all the amazing coverage it gets, it doesn't really get any ground type moves or dragon type moves. Dragon? No, dragon? No. Right, no dragon. So I just decided that Garchomp was a decent pick that I wanted that would cover those both options, those both offensive options that Genesect cannot. So yeah, that's pretty much my pick with Garchomp. We all know how good Garchomp is. Probably one of the best ground types in the OU tier. There is Landorus, and now Zygarde is coming up a lot in usage because of Thousand Arrows, which maybe I should have taken that, but I just figured just because of the Stealth Rock, the amazing stats, because I could run this thing both defensively and offensively, and when you run it offensively with a Z move, it's pretty good. That's pretty much why Garchomp's there. Nothing really to explain there. Next up we got Tapu Lele, your girl here, with the dreads. I want to name this thing Dread so bad, but the green tea, the tea nickname clause thing prevented me. But oh well. You all know. We already know the power that Tapu Lele holds for those of us who play in the OU tier. You already know that if you don't have a steel type or a dark type, matter of fact, you know what? Dark types get fucked too because of Moonblast. So if you do not have a steel type on your team, Tapu Lele will fist you. Tapu Lele will beat you down. That is how dangerous this mon is, with Psychic Surge preventing priority. So it's kind of like screwing over Genesect and Infernape in a sense. But hey, you know what? It also shields me from my opponent's priority. Boosting its Psychic type attacks. This thing as a wall breaker is amazing. This thing as a Scarfer is amazing. Pretty much, you don't really see Tapu Lele in League format, which is why I had to get it. Or I also kind of wanted Greninja, but Night Spear kind of took that from me, but that's why Tapu Lele as just a Calm Minder, a Scarfer, a Specs Mon. As I said, if you do not have a Mon that resist or is immune to Tapu Lele, you are getting chunked. Even if you resist, if you're not defensive, you are getting chunked. I think Dora just responded to me at this point, right? So I'm gonna have to speed this along, as I do have to fight him with this current team, actually. Tapu Lele, in my opinion, as well as getting access to Taunt. All you really need is Psychic and Moonblast, in my opinion, once you have a good team on your side. Next up, we got Thunders. We have this in the HBL2, not really much to explain. We got Prankster, which may be shut down by Tapu Lele Secretary, but we're just going to have to see how that works. I wonder if I can run Telepathy. No, I think, shit, the current, you can't run stuff that isn't available in Sun and Moon. Shit. Oh, well. We all know Thunders. We all know the power that Thunders holds with the Prankster, with that powerful 125 base special attack stat with access to Nasty Plot, hitting you both on the physical and special spectrum. Superpower. We got Knockoff. We got just so much. We got U-Turn too. We got Nasty Plot. It's an amazing wall breaker. As with all of these mons that I've drafted so far, really, you could just build them to take on a majority of teams, really. Which is why Thunderous was taken, just as a really strong electric type. You guys know I like my electric types, and also a nice immunity to ground as well. That's up. We got Mega Sharpedo. This mon is really good, mainly because of the you don't have to Mega Evolve on the first on the first turn rule, meaning that I could pretty much protect up, get my speed boosts up, crunch. Guys, look at this. Look at this 140 base special attack coming off of a strong jaw. Anything that has like fang or like crunch or like bite is just decimating you. Crunch. We got crunch, which is what, 0.5 boosted, so that's like 100, and holy shit. That's like yo, let's do the math. 80 times 1.5, that's coming off of, that's a 120 base power crunch coming at your neck. See this boy? That's Ice Fang coming at your neck. As if Sun and Moon came out, he got a new move, which is Psychic Fangs, which means Amoongus. What is a moon? What is an Amoongus to a Sharpedo? That's shark food. That is shark food. That is delicious, delicioso. Dora, come pick your boy up real quick. So yeah, that's pretty much why I decided Sharpedo could also be a good mon. As a theme that I've been following with the team so far, bar Garchomp, I guess Garchomp with 80 base special attack can hit on a special spectrum as well. But 110, don't look at that. Don't think that that doesn't add up. That can hit on a special spectrum just fine. It may not be strong jaw boosted like Crunch, but if I decide that, okay, he has a lot of physical bonds, I decide to make special Sharpedo. That's no problem, really. Especially since I could still make use of Speed Boost, which it gets prior to Mega Evolution, which is why I think Sharpedo is just an amazing Mega for me right here. I really wanted... What ended up happening is because I got these 3 mons for OU picks, I wanted a few stuff like, for example, Lopunny, but I also kind of wanted Infernape too, which was I'll get to right now, actually. So that's why I ended up with Sharpedo. Fun fact, nobody could take the Sharpedo from me. Oh, wait, no, Aaron could take it from me. Fuck. Wait. Oh. Yeah, that's right. But let's just not let Aaron take it from me. Aaron's the only person that could take Sharpedo from me, but oh well. Next up we got Infernape. Look at the theme. Attacking on both a physical and special spectrum as well. That boy just hits everything. As I said, the coverage would... You'd be surprised just how much Infernape could really do. Really. We have Fake Out. We have stuff like Fake Out. We have flying coverage with acrobatics. We have Calm Mind. Something that we ended up learning in the FBL when you fought Bird is this boy has Slack Off. This is crazy. We have reliable recovery, boys. Now, granted, I'm probably not going to run defensive Infernape, but you guys don't know that. We got Will-O-Wisp, we got fire and fighting coverage, which is such great offensive coverage. Which is why I just decided that Infernape just has to be good. Iron Fist boosted Thunder Punches. Grass Knot. What is a Hippowdon? What is a Hippowdon to an Infernape? Nothing. What else we got? What else we got? Gunk Shot. Fairies beware. You ain't running from Infernape. No, you were not. You are not. You're coming. You bringing that ass here, boy. We got a nasty plot. Oh my god. I always kind of wanted to run Infernape in League format because I just know just how much. Oh, we got Stealth Rock too. Let's go. We got Swords Dance. We have options, ladies and gentlemen. We have options with Infernape, and that's why I really love this mon as both a fighting and fire type, which is kind of why I didn't really end up drafting Megalophony, even though Megalophony is great in her own right. But aside of that, I might as well draft Infernape, which can beat Megalophony 1v1, than draft Megalophony and then lose out on an opportunity to get Infernape, and then, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Next up, we got Crobat, pretty much just because I decided at this point, I was like, oh shit, wait. We got some good mons, but we don't have a defogger. So I decided that Crobat was good because it also has a poison and another flying type, an offensive flying type that we didn't have before with Thundurus. Well, I mean, we do have fly with Thundurus, but most times, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to run Thundurus special, so that's why I ended up with Crobat. Also adding another option for us to deter fairies, because Poison Jab, even with a 90 base, which is kind of mediocre, but it's still decent, you know? Another option for us to deter fairies, which Garchomp will not appreciate, which Sharpedo may not appreciate, those, despite the fact we do have Poison Jab, right? Oh yeah, we got Poison Jab stronger than Fang. So yeah, that's pretty much why I decided with Crobat, because both bulky and offensive Crobat is something good. Especially when you have the ability to just, you know, ignore lights. We ignore screens too. Ooh, cool, Safeguard and Miss. Nobody's gonna use that, but yeah, substitutes and all this stuff, that's good too. I drafted Delmise, right? Because Grass Ghost is surprisingly a good typing, right? As well as being a rapid spinner. So that's why I drafted it in the end, right? Oh, my bad, I'm sorry. It also hits really well on the attack spectrum as well. I ended up giving up Shaman for it. I'm not sure if that was a good option. Purely because I was afraid of hazards. So I realized that yes, I have a defogger, but I may want a spinner too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ended up taking Delmise here. Not sure if it's a good idea. Does Crobat get Toxic Spikes? No, it doesn't. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see just how much Delmise does, especially since we're not only getting Grass Stab and Ghost Stab, but we're also getting Steel Stab. So you know. Oh right, I forgot to explain. The only clause in the GTL, I'm talking only clause. I'm talking there's no sleep clause. There's no. Well, okay, there's an item clause. What the fuck? Okay, right. The only clause in the GTL is the endless clause, meaning that you could run Oko moves, you could run Shadow Tag, which is what I've decided to take Gothitelle for, and that's what makes this team. Because when you have all these monstrous threats in your face, right, you may rely on one defensive wall to shield you from my Infernape, to shield you from my Thundurus, to shield you from my Tapu Lele. But what if Gothitelle just comes in and says, nah, bring that ass here, boy. We trap him and kill him. Maybe set up and sweep. Do we get any? That's what just makes Gothitelle amazing in my eyes, really. The fact that, yeah, Shadow Tag is legal. And because we couldn't use there's also a Trick Room Setter, if you guys want that. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. If you guys decide, hey, you know what? I want to be able to what was I gonna say again? Shit. To set up, trap this mon and set up on it because it can't touch me, like Clefable, for example. That's amazing because I could do that. Gothitelle's here because I could take advantage of that. Oh, wait, I honestly just remembered that Oko moves are legal. That's kind of scary. But we'll see what happens. As we got Snorlax, funny story is, you know, I won't even explain what happened to Snorlax. It's not relevant. Don't worry about it. We have a Snorlax. You guys know how I feel about Snorlax. Look at the HP. That boy is thick. Oh, we already have a name. Thick. He is thick. That's how that's what he is, right? This thing is pretty much gonna be a win con for a lot of teams. That's it. With Gluttony and the new released Figgy berries and other berries that I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that boy just has HP. He just has it. It just overflow. His cup overfloweth with HP. He is thick. Okay, so that's pretty much the team for the GTL here. I'm not really sure how well I'm gonna do, but we gonna try. You know what I'm saying? We have a decent team. I feel like, I'll be honest with you guys, we got some really, really, really scary matchups going in, because as I said, we got to deal with some pretty scary stuff like Arceus, for example. How am I gonna beat? Oh yeah, Reshiram 2, for example. That's what Sir Adamus has. We don't know how we gonna fare with that, but we gonna try. So if you guys are hyped for the GTL, if you guys are hyped for the Victoria Victinis at this point, you guys should pretty much see our logo, which I did draw all by myself. Please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to join us next week for the first match in the GTL, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.